College is bullshit unless your parents pay for it. I'm not anti-work even. I love work. But nowadays debt is crazy and just so not worth it, but everyone demands you have one. It's just the wealthy controlling us all again. College should be fucking free. Guarantee you Trump and Biden both paid like $10,000 tops. My mom paid $30,000 for 4 years at UD in 1993. Imagine what Biden paid. Fuck college. Anti-work isn't about hating work. It's about hating exploitation. My son is in college right now in SoCal and it's free. CC in a lot of states is free. Knock that out then transfer. Big savings. I'm really fortunate I did an enlistment in the military. Because the GI Bill did save me 6 figures and even allowed me to study abroad for 2 years. My costs without it would have easily been $150,000 to $200,000. And I wouldn't be doing very well right now with those payments. I can't imagine being buried under all that debt. You would need a very good professional outcome to feel good about that. Which I definitely did not have. Lol. Union paid for mine. Just had to do it on my own time but zero cost and still was able to earn a living. Purdue University to boot. Always wonder why people fight unions. Yeah. A guy the first worked for was about 15 years older than me. And he went to law school for $500 a semester. He just wrote checks for his tuition. No loans. My tuition was $7,500 a semester at the same school. Now it's way more than that even. If my kids don't get significant scholarship, they're basically stuck going to the university I work at because we at least get half tuition paid. For dependent spouses, we've got one headed to college in 26. And we don't even have enough saved for all 4 years of room and board. It would have been enough to pay for all 4 years for us when we went to college. All expenses. It's ridiculous. NGL, blessed that my parents paid for mine, there's just no way I'd live the way I do without it. It's free in most parts of the world and some states in US. In fact in Sweden we even get paid to study. College is bullshit if you have to take a loan to pay for it. I went about $30,000 in debt for an education that has never helped me in a career but was a phenomenal life experience. I am good with that. But I am not sure it'd go much more. When you get a degree they don't even care about it and can't get a job and you're buried in debt. Horrible. If you want to go to college and get a higher education, apply to go to a university in Europe. It is cheaper and you can a huge advantage if you decide to stay. I had a hard time reading past I love work. I mean unless you're a bartender at a strip club work sucks. Trump's dad put him through college. So Trump paid zero. Biden likely paid less than $10,000 for both undergrad and law school combined. Students today are getting screwed paying so much for school compared to past generations. I only see a STEM degree at a lower-cost state school as having a solid ROI nowadays. As someone who managed through college well and with minimal debt, it still shouldn't be the nearly universal path. Too many degrees provide next to no options for an exorbitant fee debt. Trade schools seem to be making a comeback in general discussions. But I have no idea if they are presented as a legit option to high schoolers. Those jobs pay as well or even better than most degree-required jobs and you spend less time and money to learn a trade. Not worth it. I agree. This in 2023. Companies only require a degree to reduce number of applicants. They don't even care where you went. They just want that piece of paper. Schools are only famous for their football team. Look at Georgia State University. They bought their football team for billions just to become famous. Their education is still the same crap. On top of that, all the schools force you to take bullshit classes just to milk cash from you. Admit it. English 1101 is good. But now you need English 2101 and 2102 too. Why do I need Shakespeare for computer science again? I got my master in top engineering in the US and I only paid like $10,000 for 2 years. I worked full-time and I went to school full-time. There were tax deduction like $2,000 or so if taking account of the tax credits. I only paid like $6,000 for my master. I went to very expensive school for undergraduate in the US, but the grant and scholarship covered all of the costs. Like other mentioned, you can also go to community college then transfer. It was free for the USA before. I believe Nixon or some dipshit president made it so that poor people had to pay to get education, to deter them from learning anything. College is free in many parts of America. I know for a fact it is free in Pennsylvania. Or are you too good for an associate's degree from a community college? College costs are complicated. If you can't get grants, scholarships, etc. from an expensive university, then you have to look elsewhere. There's a ton of bridging programs from community college to university. That'll save you lots. There's also been some adoption of online bachelor programs. I did my online bachelor's and it cost me maybe $3,000 a year after grants. Now I'm working a remote gig earning $90,000 a year. Just like anything with college, you have to think smarter, not harder about it. Disagree. Higher education is a luxury. College is overrated though. I think a society where college is free would lead to continuous career and major switching. Having college free for one generation would definitely boost society though. Also, you can get college free or low cost through grants, scholarships. Race, disability, region, etc. Just have to look into it. I worked in a cable call center for years because they had tuition reimbursement. Then I took classes at the community college at night. Community colleges in my area offer a few different bachelor degrees. It was a long grind. But now I'm making much more money while doing much less work. Honestly, never knew that CC is free in some states. It is not in NJ. I love work. Why? Wouldn't you rather be doing anything else? Wouldn't you rather be in school learning? Forming better social bonds? Cleaning your house? Learning to paint or play an instrument? Starting an ant farm? Learning Japanese so you don't have to watch anime with subtitles? Helping out your community? What is it about work that people love? Do you vote? Do you make sure your friends vote? X200B. In the last election, Gens turned out at a pussified 27. You guys just don't give a shit when it counts. If you don't think that education has an intrinsic value, you've never belonged in college to begin with. College should be fucking free. There is no such thing as free. It is just a matter of who is paying for it. What you are saying is someone else should pay for your college. It's definitely too pricey, and not worth for everyone. But I wouldn't say the entire thing is BS. It depends. I spread my degree over 7-ish years, and worked full-time while in school. And as a result graduated with only $15,000 in loans. My degree is definitely paying for itself already, as I made $56,000 at my first job, and a year later jumped up to a salary of $86,000. I should be at 6 figs by my 30th B-day in 3 years. Depends on the state. Where I live, if a household makes less than $80,000 a year, pretty much every state school is free. Even if a family makes more than $80,000, there are still state scholarships grants that offset a significant portion of tuition. I understand your frustration. But making a blanket statement like college is bullshit, fuck college, is a fairly ignorant thing to say and works in favor of the institutions that seek to exploit workers. I think the better expression for how you are feeling would be funding for education in my state is bullshit.